Dear students, good morning. This is Professor Eknath Ahire from Divine College of Pharmacy, Satana, Department of Pharmaceutics. So, this is the quote for the day: fresh morning, fresh day, fresh plans, fresh hopes, fresh efforts, fresh success, fresh feelings. Wish you have very fresh and successful day ahead. So, good morning, all of you. With this beautiful quote, we will start today's session. As we already know, in last session, we already started with a new chapter which is compartmental models. In that, we already discussed the basics of compartmental model. In that, what is compartmental modeling? What is the different advantages of compartmental modeling? Then what is the disadvantages of the compartmental modeling? Why we should use this compartmental modeling for or the in biopharmaceutics? So that all regarding basic of compartmental modeling we discussed in previous lecture. So in today's lecture we'll start with some uh, classification of different compartmental modeling. In that, we'll see first of all one compartmental open modeling, which is also called as instantaneous distribution model. In that, uh, we'll see the detail about the one compartmental open modeling. So let's see. Time course of drug concentration in the body can be satisfactorily explained by assuming the body as a single will mix compartment with first order disposition process. So we can assume that in this one compartmental open model, the body is or the body will be considered as single kinetically homogeneous unit. Then drugs, another assumption will be drugs moves dynamically in absorption and out by elimination of these compartmental models. Then the final distribution equilibrium between drug in plasma and other body fluid is attained instantaneously. Then elimination is a first order kinetic, or we can say mono exponential process is there. Then the rate of input we will also called as or it will also called as absorption is greater than rate of output, or also called as elimination. So there is a always elimination is less than, yes, elimination is less than the absorption process, because during the uh, distribution process most of drug is distributed in overall uh, or the different compartment all of the body. So in our body each and every organ acts as a single compartment. So some of them drug is deposited in that particular compartment, and uh, very lesser amount or the less amount of drugs is drug is eliminated throughout body as compared to absorption. So uh, one compartment open model, the time course of drug concentration determined after the administration can be satisfactorily explained by assuming the body as a single well mixed compartment with first order disposition process, as we already discussed in previous slide. The body is constituted a single kinetically homogeneous unit that has no barriers to movement of drug. Okay, so there is no barrier to movement the particular drug from each compartment or the vice versa. The elimination is a first order process with first order rate constant. The drugs moves dynamically in and out of the compartment, then rate of input is greater than rate of output. The term open indicates that input and output are in unidirectional and that the drug can be eliminated from the body. So, in this particular statement, one compartment open model, in this statement or in this heading, the open means that or it indicates that input and output process are unidirectional, means in a single direction or in a unite direction, and that the drug can be eliminated from the body. So in this model you can see over here, we if we target or we give drug from here, it will pass into the blood and other body tissues and it will be eliminated in a single direction. Okay, so next is one compartment open model is generally used to describe plasma level plasma levels following administration of a single dose. So next, some assumptions are there. So next assumption is reference compartment is plasma and it is the representation of the drug concentration in all the body tissues. However, the models doesn't assume that the drug concentration in plasma is equal to that in other body tissues. So the term open indicates that input absorption and output elimination are unidirectional and that the drug can be eliminated from the body as we already discussed. Okay, so same uh, model is there. You can see the administration of drug after it will go into the different body parts or the compartments, and uh, finally it will go outside of the body or the eliminated from the body. So here is some classification of open compartment one compartment open models. So which are they? So depending on rate of input, some classifications are there. So several one compartment models can define or classified as: first one is one compartment open model, IV bolus administration. Second one compartment open model, IV infusion. Third one compartment open model, extravascular administration, which will be follow the zero order kinetics. And fourth one is one compartment open model, which is related to the extravascular administration and which will be follow the first order kinetic. So we will see one by one among them. First of all, we will uh, we will discuss the uh, representation of one compartmental open model IV bolus. So what is that? So when drug is given in the form of rapid intravenous injection, it takes a maximum of 3 minutes for complete circulation. Therefore, the rate of absorption is neglected in the calculations. So you can see in this model, blood and other tissues or drug is present in blood and other tissues, and after that it will directly go into the elimination or the excretion process throughout the metabolism and excretion. So when a drug that distributes rapidly in the body and is given in the form of a rapid intravenous injection, it takes about 1 or 3 minutes. So same case is here. So the model can be diagrammatically depicted or the represented as blood and the or your drug present in a blood or the other body tissues, and it will be go into the elimination, and it can be mathematically expressed as further. So let's see the mathematical representation for this one, which is IV bolus administration one. So here you can see the expression for rate of drug representation is given as dx by dt, which is also called as rate constant, is equal to rate in availability or the bioavailability minus rate out, which is also called as elimination. Next one is, since rate in absorption is absent, the equation reduces to dx by dt is equal to minus rate out or the elimination. Next is, if elimination follows first order kinetics, then dx by dt is equal to minus ke into x, where ke is the first order elimination rate constant and x is the amount of drug in the body at any time t remaining to be eliminated. So next parameter is estimation of pharmacokinetic parameters by IV bolus. So particularly from IV bolus, the elimination phase can be characterized by three parameters. They are elimination rate constant, elimination half-life, and clearance. So according to this, we can predict that IV bolus elimination phase by using these uh, three parameters, which is elimination rate constant, elimination half-life, and rate of clearance or the simply clearance. The elimination rate constant, it can be expressed as log C is equal to log C0 minus Ke into T upon 2.303, which is constant. So a graph is plotted by taking log concentration versus time. It will gives a straight line, and slope gives the elimination rate constant, that is minus K upon 2.303 is equal to slope. So you can see here in graph, the graph will shows the straight line over here. Okay, and you can see here the slope also, which is minus K upon 2.303. So the elimination rate constant is an additive property, and they are said to be overall elimination constant, which is Ke is equal to K small e plus Km plus Kb plus K1 and so on. Then the units of elimination rate constant are are minutes inverse. The elimination half-life can be also be called as biological half-life, and it can be defined as the time taken for the amount of drug in the body to decline by one half or 50% of its initial volume. It can be depicted as T half. So we can mathematically express that T half is equal to 0.693 upon K. So half-life or T half we can express like a way, T half is equal to 0.693 upon K. Next one is volume of distribution, which is denoted by Vd. So X is equal to Vd into C, or the volume of distribution into concentration. Therefore, volume of distribution is equal to X, or the amount of drug remaining to elimination, upon concentration. Vd is equal to X by, in bracket, Ke, area under curve, bracket complete. In second bracket, if non-compartment model is there. If non-compartment model is there, then and then this case is applicable. Next parameter is clearance. So total clearance is equal to the Ke into Vd. So Ke is equal to total clearance upon volume of distribution, and substituting this equation in T half is equal to 0.693 by Ke. After substitution, we will get the next equation, which is T half is equal to 0.693 into Vd upon, or by, total clearance. So clearance, it is the most important parameter in the drug application, and is useful in evaluating the mechanism by which a drug is eliminated. So clearance is a parameter that relates plasma drug concentration with rate of drug elimination from below equation. So clearance will be calculated by rate of elimination upon plasma drug concentration. Therefore, clearance is equal to, or clearance will be expressed as dx by dt upon C. So clearance will be calculated. So total clearance can be written as total clearance is equal to rate of elimination upon plasma drug concentration. So total clearance is equal to rate of elimination upon concentration. Then since dx by dt is equal to Ke into X, so after substituting this one dx and dt value, we will get Cl, or the total clearance, is equal to Ke into X upon C. Since Vd is equal to X by C, so Vd, X by C is replaced with Vd, or the volume of distribution. Therefore, equation can be written as total clearance is equal to Ke into volume of distribution. And next one is renal clearance. So renal clearance is equal to Ke into Vd. And next is hepatic clearance, which is hepatic clearance is equal to Km into Vd. Therefore, total systemic clearance is given as total clearance is equal to renal clearance plus hepatic clearance plus other clearance. So next parameter is one compartment open model. In that, we will discuss regarding IV infusion process. If a drug has a potential to precipitate toxicity, it is unsuitable a rapid IV injection. Okay, then steady state kinetics can be attained using infusion also. So several antibiotics like theophylline, procainamide is administered at a constant rate, which is known as zero order by IV infusion. Therefore, duration of constant rate infusion in a such longer than the half-life of the drug. So here are the few advantages regarding the IV infusion, which are ease of control of rate of infusion to feed the individual patients. Next one, prevents fluctuating maxima and minima when drugs has narrow therapeutic index. Next one is electrolytes and nutrients can be simultaneously administered. Here is the representation of one compartment open model IV infusion. You can see the administration of drug which will follow the zero, zero order kinetic or zero order infusion, and it will be go into the blood and other body tissues. After that it will shows the output or the elimination process by using metabolism and excretion. So at any time of infusion, the rate of change in the amount of drug in the body, which is rate constant dx by dt, is the difference between zero order infusion, which is denoted by R0, and first order elimination, which is or which will be denoted by minus ke into x. Therefore, dx by dt is equal to R0 minus ke into x. So, remaining part we will discuss in next lecture. Up to here, you have to revise this chapter again and again, or this topic again and again for better understanding. So, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you.